I'm Lakush Lapinder. This is ZNS.
This is the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. Here's a look at tonight's top stories. The Chamber President weighing in on global uncertainty and its impact to the Bahamas. Also, a local farmer left with thousands of dollars worth of damage after a brush fire rips through his property. And later, the family of a principal assaulted at a local primary school speaks out.
The Bahamas Tonight Northern Edition starts now.
Live from Resorts World's Bimini, I'm Jolanda Thompson-Everest. It is so great to have you with us. With war in the Middle East leading to global uncertainty, the question is, will it impact the Bahamas? The Chamber of Commerce president shares his take. Cleopatra Murphy has that report.
Once the U.S. gets involved in activities in the Middle East, the fallout in the past has always been critical to the rest of the world.
President of the Grand Bahama Chamber of Commerce, Dylan Knowles, is concerned about even greater U.S. involvement in the Iran-Israel war and the implications it could have for the Bahamas and the wider global community.
The biggest concern I think that there is the blocking of the Strait of Hormuz and therefore the impact that has on global trade.
That strait is critical to the oil trade. Knowles' comments come after Israel launched an attack on Iran on June 13th, with Iran striking back. President Donald Trump bombed 3 Iranian nuclear sites on Saturday in what he says was an effort to stop its nuclear capabilities. However, after Trump announced a ceasefire between the warring countries Monday, CNN reports rising oil prices fell. With both countries still launching missiles after the ceasefire was set to take effect, Knowles questions if there was one, adding that when it comes to war, consumers are always impacted.
We have to continue to diversify our economy. We have to continue to prepare for tough times. We cannot just continue to spend. We have to save and invest, and we have to stock up on goods that we need for situations that may come about.
He believes tourism could also take a hit.
Anytime there's an increase in costs in the United States, which is our biggest tourist market, there's a drain on their income, their disposable income, and disposable income is what is used for travel.
For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Cleopatra Murphy.
Bushfires that tore through the parts of the island over the weekend were still burning earlier today. And for one local farmer, the damage is permanent. Raven Davis has that story.
For Robert Wright Sr., the smoke in the air isn't just a sign of what's burning. It's a symbol of what's been lost. 3 acres of farmland and years of dedication all gone in a matter of hours.
The mulberry tree burned up, breadfruit tree done burned up, jackfruit tree done burned up. It goes on and on.
Wright Sr., the owner of King's Farms located just off Fortune Bay Drive, says he started the operation about 8 years ago, determined to grow his own food and supply organic produce to the community. But that mission came to a fiery end Monday afternoon. He says the blaze started near Midshipman Road, and despite a fire truck being stationed nearby, no help came.
When I spoke with them, I asked them, how come you all didn't try to put out the fire? They said, number one, they had no water in the fire truck, and they said the pumps on the fire truck say every time they try to pump water, it get hot. The pump get hot, and they have to shut it down. But my question is basically, why were you out here?
He says he watched helplessly as the flames spread, fueled by dry bush, consuming everything in their path, from jackfruit trees to an automated irrigation system. Thousands of dollars went up in smoke.
You know, it's sad, but I don't understand it. You know, we had fire here about off Bahamas, but a couple of weeks ago, and there was a fire engine problem then, and still one that exists today.
Wright adds that even a visit from an official from the Agriculture Department offered no solutions.
I guess he came out here sometime yesterday afternoon, and I think he was out here this morning because he called me. He was on his way up here. And he basically said his hands are tied, you know. So that's basically it. It is what it is. We got to start over.
Now we spoke to Chief Superintendent Bill Hard, who confirms there were multiple fires in the area, though no official report was filed regarding the specific incident.
I also contacted ASP Richards, who was the fire chief. He is not aware of the incident either, but he did confirm that there were fires from Friday, all day Friday into late Monday afternoon. And he confirmed that the fire trucks that went to fight those fires were functioning properly.
Now, Wright says this farm location is likely done for good, but with family matters in play, what comes next is still uncertain. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Raven Davis.
The family of a local principal recovering after being attacked on the job is speaking out tonight, expressing their anger and demanding justice. Shalia Rule has that report.
Justice would prevail. We thought someone would give my child a voice.
That was the voice of the mother of 38-year-old Simone Butler Cornish, the principal of McLeanstown Primary School, who was brutally attacked by a relative of a student attending the school. Now her family is extremely outraged following the bail being granted of the suspect just days after the attack.
I only want justice because my life, my daughter's life is worth more than the $6,000 walk away.
The victim's sister, Shakonda Colby, also expressing profound anger over the injuries her sister sustained in the attack. She emphasized that her sister is a compassionate individual, especially devoted to her students, making the assault all the more difficult for the family to bear.
I don't feel like she deserved this. I don't feel like it should just get swept under the rug and call it a day.
According to the family's account, Friday began as an ordinary day at the school. The suspect allegedly waited near the premises until the arrival of Principal Butler Cornish. Upon greeting her, he requested the report card of his relative. As she turned to retrieve the package, the suspect struck her in the head with a steel object, inflicting 15 wounds. Butler's family say that the assault came without warning, as they had received no prior threats from the family of the student involved.
I screamed, I say, help, help, help. He wouldn't stop attacking me. She said, finally, she said, Jehovah, 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 and he got up and run.
To date, the victim has been released from the hospital but continues to receive treatment in the nation's capital. Her mother says the road to recovery is far from easy.
She's a fighter. She's in pain. She's having nightmares.
For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Shalia Roll.
In news from the crime beat, police officers on Abaco are actively investigating an alleged sexual assault that occurred on Monday, June 23rd. The initial report revealed that after midnight, a U.S. national employed a vessel moored at Guanakee reported that while at a local eatery, she met a Caucasian male whom she met the previous day. She, along with a man who was also a foreign national, left the business establishment and drove to a nearby beach. While there, the man became aggressive and forcefully sexually assaulted her. He then reportedly dropped her back at her residence. Once there, she contacted authorities and reported the crime. This matter remains under active police investigations.
And still to come.
When we come back, the MSC Foundation is committed to marine conservation and sustainability. Hear how they are partnering with students at the University of the Bahamas. That story, sports, and more when the Northern Edition continues.
Imagine a world where every brand knows your name and every store awaits your arrival. Elite shopping, travel where luxury is a lifestyle and every journey feels like home. Dine where every flavor is just for you, every table reserved, and every moment a taste of perfection. Make every big moment even bigger. Experience banking where wealth isn't just managed, it's maximized. Step into a world without limits. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
Come on down and see what Dolly Madison has in store for you. renovate, and rejuvenate at Dolly Madison.
Keep the trend trending with Bethel's Air Conditioning and Refrigeration. Inverter units in Freon at unbeatable bonded and duty-paid prices while supplies last. Cash sale only at number 3 Milton Street. Call 602-5467. Don't miss Paint Fair and Sherwin-Williams Customer Appreciation Day this Wednesday. 25% off all Sherwin paint and all supplies all day, plus demos, giveaways, and free hot dogs starting at noon while supplies last. This Wednesday at Paint Fair's new location on Bellevue Lane behind Bellevue Business Depot. Walk, run, or cycle in the Ministry for Grand Bahamas Welcoming Home 5K Road Race and Health Fair on Saturday, July 5th, beginning at 6 a.m. at the Harold de Gregory Complex. Bring the family for a morning of fitness, fun, and culture. Get free health screenings after the race and purchase a healthy breakfast from participating vendors. Registration is free. Go to ministryforgb.com to register today.
The Bahamas Turks and Caicos Association and family and friends of Mr. Headley James Cornelius Forbes invite you to a service of reflection and celebration of a man with a heart for the people. Come, let us give God thanks for this gift. A man of humble beginnings who rose to become a successful businessman and philanthropist. This service will be held on June 29th at 4 p.m. at Jubilee Cathedral on Jubilee Boulevard. Let us remember to honor those who labor among us.
In the heart of the Bahamas, there once lay an unassuming island, scarred, forgotten, left behind by industry. A place that had given so much, but had been abandoned in return. It took a family whose legacy is deeply intertwined with the sea to see its potential. They saw not just an island, but possibilities to replace abandonment and desolation with life and beauty. The transformation of Ocean Key was a collective effort, bringing together skilled workers, artisans, builders, and conservationists, combining passionate visionaries with Bahamian expertise, ensuring that Ocean Key was not just a paradise, but a source of opportunity.
Your number one team in the North. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better.
Welcome back. The MSC Foundation remains deeply committed to making marine conservation and sustainability a top priority. Tonight, we explore the partnership between the Super Coral Program and the University of the Bahamas. On Ocean Key, it's all about passion and program. Director Emmeline Boucher is dedicated to making sure the students gain hands-on experience and understand the importance of protecting the environment.
So we need to raise awareness for the general public to be aware of what we are doing, and especially that's what are the threats to the ocean and the corals, and what is important that all together we are working to move towards sustainability practices.
The program manager says that during their time on the Key, the students will engage in various activities.
Because they are just here for a few days, that will be more of workshop and educational purpose, but we will, for example, make them try to monitor some of the corals to understand how we check if the corals are healthy or not healthy, if there is some bleaching, which is when the corals are under stress, and then also to discuss for them to have a little bit of reflection of what we can do to engage more the people, to change their habits towards sustainability.
Professor Matthias Johansson and his two students, Sonay Seymour and Lashana Williams, believes that the hands-on experience at Ocean Key was not just helpful, it was crucial, adding that being involved in coral restoration gave them a clearer sense of purpose and confirmed that marine life is exactly the path they want to pursue passionately.
This foundation has been a really important partner for us, and a big part of that partnership is giving our students practical experiences in the field. You know, marine conservation is hugely important to the Bahamas, and our program, that's really our focus, is in sustaining the marine and terrestrial environment of the Bahamas.
For the coral reefs of the Bahamas to be restored, as you know, we are a archipelago nation, therefore all of our main tourism exports, imports come from our coral reefs. My favorite part about all of this was being able to dive and see exactly what they do, getting to see a lot of the flora and fauna that they have around the island as well.
Well, our ZNS News team is bringing you live news all week here at Resort World Bimini. As we explore the culture of this northern island, we are also taking in the sights, the sounds, and the culinary experiences from this premier destination. Tonight, we share with you a special feature on the Tides restaurant located right here on the property.
I went back home to Nassau because that's where I'm originally from. And I worked with multiple chefs and increased my knowledge. And they called me back about August 2024. And it just was a process to come back.
The team has not had tuna tartare before, so we're going to experience it together. Well, I've had it. It is raw. It's the tuna mixed with avocado, and we'll see if they are going to enjoy it. My first time having it here. Let's see. This is good. I love it. It's actually really good. Even though it's raw, it tastes like it has some kind of seasoning inside of it. It literally just pops on my tongue.
We are going for a very Bahamian American, Bahamian French concept, but I try to steer to more of lighter food, whereas it doesn't fool you too much and you're able to enjoy your meal, not just be heavy at the end of it. All lighter, it matches with the lightness of the sea bass and it elevates it to a more pronounced flavor.
And now to look at stories making news, a live check on sports from Grand Bahama is up next.
From July 2nd through the 10th, Grand Bahama is the place to be. Don't miss the Welcoming Home Grand Cultural Festival in downtown Freeport, Saturday, July 5th, beginning at 7 p.m. Bahamian food, arts and crafts, Kids Corner, and live performances by Recon Bahamas, Sherrod Taylor, Nishi LS, Avi, and Dima. Go to ministryforgb.com for the full welcoming calendar of events.
Hi, I want to put some shoes on your feet.
Hi, I want to put some shoes on your feet.
I still want to put shoes on your feet.
I want to put some shoes on your feet.
And I still want to put shoes on your feet.
We still want to put shoes on your feet.
2 locations to put shoes on your feet. Downtown Freeport, and now our newest location in the Carmichael City Shopping Plaza, right behind the Walk-Up Wendy's, Carmichael Road West.
Welcoming Home. Get ready, Grand Bahama. The Welcoming Home Grand Expo and Empowerment Seminar is coming July 4th, 2025. Join us at the Grand Lucayan Convention Center from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. for a day of inspiration, information, and opportunity. Hear key updates from the government and connect with top investors, entrepreneurs, and business leaders. Whether you're returning home or looking to grow your vision, this is your moment. The future of Grand Bahama is now. Be a part of it. That's Friday, July 4th at the Grand Lucayan. Don't miss it.
Do you want to find relief from common health concerns such as headaches, back pain, chronic inflammation, and more? How about improved sleep, boost energy, and improve overall well-being? Check out RA Balance Bahamas and get your body into balance with biomagnetic therapy. For all our social links, contacts, or to request an appointment, visit rabalancebahamas.com.
50 miles off the coast of Florida lies a destination unlike any other. Welcome to Resorts World Bimini in the Bahamas, where vibrant culture means endless adventure. Relax on pristine beaches, savor Caribbean flavors, and sun-filled hotel stays. Whether it's a tranquil escape, night at the casino, or a weekend full of thrills, Bimini feels like a world away, but closer than you ever imagined. Your journey begins here, Resorts World Bimini.
Hey, what are you doing?
I'm self-insuring my investments, starting with this tarp.
We all remember the blue tarps after the storm. Let's make sure that we are covered with more than a tarp. Don't allow your investment to be at risk. Protect your investment with one of our insurance policies.
Nobody
does it better.
What's happening, beautiful people? I'm Shane Stubbs with your evening sports update. The Grand Bahamas Soccer Club's girls soccer camp was one for the books, and it's one that Coach Mary Woodside-Knowles says left the visiting coaches impressed with the talent on the island.
The coaches feel like the kids have a lot of energy, and one of our coaches that coached the first year, and now it's the fourth year, she feels like the technical ability of the kids is much, much better.
Now, after working with the campers, Coach Aaron George of North Carolina Fusion and Eastern Florida head coach Scott Carswell believes the soccer product on the island has a bright future and could set these young ladies up for success.
Really, they just love to play soccer, right? That's what I've seen the most is their joy and their enthusiasm for the sport and for the game, and they all just want to get better.
It's the third year that I've been here, so I've seen the improvement from the kids over the years as they've gotten older and they've improved their game. So it's always been fun. They come here, they work hard. Even in the heat, they give us their all.
Now their focus is on the boys' camp, which is currently in full swing with a number of visiting coaches on the island. Next in sports, the Tabernacle Falcons receiving their hard-earned bling as Hugh Campbell champions. The Falcons defeated the C.I. Gibson Rattlers back in February, and offering some wise words was former athlete and Deputy Director of Building and Development Services at the Grand Bahama Port Authority, Troy McIntosh.
You played with heart, with discipline and determination. You trained hard, you stayed focused, and gave it all. And today you're being celebrated. As faithful stewards of God's grace, your talent on the court is a gift. But what you choose to do with that gift is what turns it into legacy. The Grand Bahama Port Authority is proud of you, and we remain committed to supporting young people like yourselves, helping you grow, achieve, and rise to your full potential.
And lastly in sports, scores from Grand Bahama flag football action over the weekend. In men's play, the Barcode Titans got over the Three Links Bad Boys. They had rolled to the 21-6 victory in that contest. On the women's side, the Barcode Titans shut out the Overtime Lounge Lady Elites 14-0. Also on the women's side, the 11-11 Angels got a walkover win against the 14K Bar and Lounge Tigers. And finally, on the men's side, Oiler Nation got the upset win over the Sky's the Limit Rock Boys. The final score, 25-20. Ladies and gents, that's your quick check on sports. I'm Shane Stubbs. Your Facebook friend of the day is up next.
You guys, Mommy has to get a few spins in, okay?
But Mommy, I'm hungry.
Just 5 spins, you guys. Just 5 spins, okay, guys? Just need 5 spins.
We better do our homework. It's gonna be a while.
Problem gaming affects more than just the gamer. This message has been brought to you by the Gaming Board for the Bahamas, which encourages you to game responsibly.
Welcoming home. Get ready, Grand Bahama. The Welcoming Home Grand Expo and Empowerment Seminar is coming July 4th, 2025. Join us at the Grand Lucayan Convention Center from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. for a day of inspiration, information, and opportunity. Hear key updates from the government and connect with top investors, entrepreneurs, and business leaders. Whether you're returning home or looking to grow your vision, this is your moment. The future of Grand Bahama is now. Be a part of it. That's Friday, July 4th at the Grand Lucayan. Don't miss it.
Join us for City in Motion, your inside look at the people, progress, and possibilities shaping the city of Freeport. Each week, we bring you the stories behind the movement. Highlighting how the Grand Bahama Port Authority is leading with purpose.
Our desire is to connect Bahamians with the opportunities that's right in front of them.
This is City in Motion.
A new era is dawning in Grand Bahama. An opportunity, it's knocking louder than ever. Introducing Tract B, Bahama Reef Yacht and Country Club, Unit 1. A prime corner commercial property, footsteps from the Port Lucayo Marketplace, crystal clear waters and white sandy beaches. This expansive 4.8-acre tract is zoned for commercial and multi-use development. Envision a thriving restaurant, a boutique hotel, or an entertainment hub unique to your vision come to life. You can live, work, play, and learn in paradise when you seize this rare opportunity today. Collaborate with DEFCO and let's shape the future of Grand Bahama Island together.
Your number one team in the North. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better.
And that's going to do it for us here live at Resorts World Bimini. On behalf of our entire ZNS News team, we want to say thank you so much for tuning in. The Bahamas Tonight starts now.
Join us each Sunday at 5 p.m. and Tuesdays at 2:30 p.m. for Legends, the Untold Story, here on the ZNS Television Network.
How do you think that makes Briar Ridge look? Like a third-rate trail riding center, that's what. I am not spending another dime on horses or fancy trainers if that's all you can come up with.
Are you riding in the fall finale?
Yeah, I am.
Great. Maybe I'll see you there. You too.
Letter for you.
At Fort Montague, I'm Opal Roach. This is ZNS.
This is brought to you by the new BTC. Fiber is here, faster, stronger, more reliable. Together, we are unstoppable. Switch today.
Coming up in the Bahamas tonight, hear how the blistering summer months are ushering in pretty cool electricity prices across the country. Also, a case of deja vu. A smoldering brush fire threatens Western New Providence homes. And new blood for the local medical field as just over 20 new doctors are robed. The Bahamas tonight, the national report starts now. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the broadcast. Gas prices on the way up, and you can blame that on the supply chain due to hostilities between Iran and Israel in the Middle East. Now, while it's unclear when the hike will take effect, the Bahamas Petroleum and Retailers Association's advising Bahamian consumers to closely monitor the situation. LaDawn Davis caught up with the vice president of that association to find out what it all means for the Bahamas.
Bahamas Petroleum Retailers Association Vice President Vasco Bastian telling ZNS News that as the airstrikes between Iran and Israel continues to rage in the Middle East, a barrel of crude oil was traded for about $74 on Monday. It's a spike he says we must pay close attention to, as it could possibly have a trickle-down effect on the bottom lines of wholesalers, retailers, and consumers at the pumps pretty soon.
No one can say exactly what the percentage is right now. The spectators, or not the spectators, the spotters on the global market will determine that to a certain degree, because all is the anxiety, the fact that there's war going on, the fact that there's, like I said earlier, there's disruption in the supply chain, and so the spotters will be trying to figure it out, the value they could get for a barrel of oil.
Bastian confirms one of the major gas retailers had a price increase on gas and diesel on Monday as a result of an inventory changeover and not a direct reflection of the war in the Middle East. In spite of this, Bahamians should not be alarmed, as Bastian predicts there will not be any disruption in fuel supply from the United States, at least for now.
All of the major wholesalers, Esso, Shell, and Rubis, have adequate inventory to supply the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. So there's never even a need for Bahamians or the motoring public to be concerned about that. I think you could go ahead and continue to drive.
While a future price hike is concerning, Bastian contends it would not have a great impact on the association 25-cent fixed price margin increase received from the government last year, October.
We're an industry where our margin is fixed, so we cannot adjust our margin when the price of oil goes up. So we still right now. Thank God that we're working now with our recent margin increase that we got October last year, when the government saw fit after 13 years, gave us a margin increase. So that margin increase, along with our previous margins, so we should be able to kind of like rough it out for a couple of months at least, but hopefully this war won't last that much longer.
According to Economic Affairs Minister Senator the Honorable Michael Halkitis, national efforts are underway to enhance the country's renewable energy infrastructure and surpass global standards for renewable energy by 2030.
The more and the more quickly we can move to integration of more renewable energy in our power generation, the better it is for us.
For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm LaDawn Davis.
Now, while gas prices head north, some relief comes in the form of an initiative the government's ushering next month for Bahamas Power and Light's many consumers. Effective July, BPL's resident customers will benefit from reduced fuel charge rates of 17.4 cents and 21.4 cents per kilowatt, a slight decrease from the current rates of 18.5 cents and 22.5 cents, respectively. The rebates intended to offset the elevated cost that comes along with increased summer use of air conditioners, refrigerators, and water heaters, coupled with the temporary reliance on the more expensive diesel to maintain consistent electricity supply. Now, to further ease the squeeze on your pocketbooks, consumers are advised to set AC units to 78 degrees and supplement with fans. Also, close curtains and blinds during peak sunlight to reduce indoor heat. Unplug electronics and appliances when not in use. Use use energy-efficient LED lighting and run high-energy appliances like dryers or ovens during cooler hours. As for BPL's long-term plans, well, this includes transitioning to liquefied natural gas as a primary fuel source. The government's looking at a timeline of 2025's fourth quarter. Well, the summer heat, not the only thing rising. The same to be said about the political temperature in the country. And with serious decisions to be made ahead of the next general elections, the Prime Minister last evening issued a stern warning to his frontline team, made a clarion call to civil servants, and rallied supporters to unite. Progressive Liberal Party leader Prime Minister Philip Davis affirmed that his administration is working for the people. Felicity Darville has the story.
The Progressive Liberal Party's Link Up event in eastern New Providence began with hundreds of supporters participating in a motorcade that culminated at Charles Carter Park. There, Progressive Liberal Party leader, Prime Minister the Honourable Philip Davis, affirmed that his administration is working for the people and they intend to build more homes, give more deserving promotions and pay raises, and boost the workforce. He called on civil servants to work hard to remove roadblocks in the system and empower Bahamians.
Let me say it straight. My administration has to deliver. The Bahamian people didn't send us here to look busy. They sent us here to get things done. So if you are in the public service and you're holding a progress, I want you to hear me loud and clear. Bravely, take them files off them desks. And let's deliver for the people of the Bahamas.
He implored them to cut the red tape and get to business.
If a Bahamian is waiting on land, move the file. If a Bahamian is waiting on housing, move the file. If a small business is waiting on support, move the file. If there's a project ready to go, get it moving.
The Prime Minister hinted that he would be willing to send anyone home, even from his own team, if they failed to carry out the mandate.
This government was elected to deliver, not to stall, not to delay, not to make excuses. I told one fellow straight, if you missed that deadline, I want your resignation letter on my desk. And let me tell you, the letter is on my desk. Because we are not here to collect titles. We are here to serve. And if you can't keep pace with the people's expectations, then step aside and let someone else carry the weight.
Prime Minister Davis said that the only thing that can stop his party's momentum is the party itself. With that, he told members of the Progressive Liberal Party to move ahead and move together to enact the blueprint for change for the Bahamian people. For the Bahamas Tonight from Charles Carter Park, I'm Felicity Darville.
Well, meantime, the second and final leg of the Ministry of Tourism's sales mission to Canada has moved from Montreal to Canada's largest and most populous city, Toronto, where ministry officials will again look to showcase the country's winning formula as a world-class destination. Corval Pyfrom reports on how officials are hoping to repeat what they did in Montreal.
Good evening to you from Toronto, and a day after tourism officials scored a huge success with that journey of this sales mission, which was capped off with a trade show, which also included Junkanoo, they are hoping to repeat the magic here in Toronto tonight. The Ministry of Tourism turning this popular downtown Montreal eatery into a Bahamian dream experience last night, showcasing everything that makes the Bahamas as a destination the ultimate vacation experience.
We have great partners here, and this is always a work in progress, and we are looking forward to a very progressive future. But it's never stopped. Hopefully, it will only get better.
Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Tourism Chester Cooper and other top ministry officials rubbed shoulders with Montreal partners as they sought to drum up even more rivals to the islands. DPM Cooper's optimism buoyed by positive news from Air Canada, whose officials he met with earlier in the day.
We had a productive, meaningful dialogue. We're talking more and more about how we may continue to expand not just new routes, but additional capacity.
The Bahamas' relationship with Air Canada spans more than 7 decades, and this partnership and the ones formed with other Canadian air carriers are expected to mean significant dividends, some already paying off and more expected on the horizon.
In fact, out of Montreal, we have Air Canada, we have WestJet Sunwing, and hopefully real soon we are going to be launching a new service that we're going to talk about in the next coming days. But we also have very, very active service coming out of new destinations like Ottawa and, of course, Halifax.
And Canadian travel industry experts say the timing of all this couldn't be better.
Right now, the situation, I shouldn't say that, but right now the situation between Canada and the United States, it's not ideal. So as a result, a lot of travelers, a lot of consumers have decided to show that to our friends in America and the United States. So they are going somewhere else this summer. They are looking for other places to go to.
And for this Bahamian delegation, this trip is really starting to feel a lot like home because both here in Toronto and in Montreal, they've been experiencing unusually warm temperatures. Reporting from Toronto, Canada for the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Corval Pyfrom.
Coming up, another young man dies on the streets of the capital. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. That and more news in a moment.
Elite Shopping. Travel where luxury is a lifestyle and every journey feels like home. Dine where every flavor is just for you, every table reserved, and every moment a taste of perfection. Make every big moment even bigger. Experience banking where wealth isn't just managed, it's maximized. Step into a world without limits. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
Hi, I know you weren't expecting to see me here. Now you can find your favorite chicken and snacks in the same place. It's true. Come on in.
Introducing the Doritos Kentucky Chicken Sandwich, a delicious combination of KFC's juicy original recipe extra large filet, stacked with real Doritos nacho cheese chips for a loud cheesy crunch in every bite. It's bold, it's crunchy, and it's only $8.95. KFC and Doritos, a crunch that's finger licking good.
While others see customers as numbers, we see our customers as people, neighbors, friends who deserve more than one-sided connections. That's why we are redefining what real connection is by prioritizing our customers and showing our appreciation by putting our money where your loyalty is. BTC customers, claim your $200 Bahamas Air gift card when you add postpaid mobile to your internet plan. That's loyalty that flows both ways.
And I'm a survey enumerator with the Bahamas National Statistical Institute, or BNSI. For the next few months, we will be conducting the Household Expenditure Survey on various islands.
You might be wondering, why is this survey important? Well, it helps us to determine the poverty line and assess how to ensure everyone has access to the basic services they need. This information is used by the government, businesses, researchers, and students to make informed decisions and plan for the future. We know that your time is valuable, which is why we've made the survey as simple and easy as possible. And don't worry, all your information you provide is confidential.
Your participation will help us gather accurate information that will benefit everyone in the Bahamas. Thank you for your cooperation and being a part of shaping the future of the Bahamas.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Bahamas Striping Group of Companies, where safety is first.
You're looking at a shot of the Andre Rogers Baseball Stadium in the Queen Elizabeth Sports Center complex. That shot courtesy of drone pilot Neville Smith. Welcome back. Another life snuffed out here in the capital, leaving police to figure out who's behind the killing. homicide actually taking place in the capital Monday evening just after 8 p.m. We're told the victim, a man in his mid-20s, was at the entrance of an apartment complex on Newbold Street off Market Street just after 8 again when his alleged assailant exited a Japanese model vehicle and opened fire, fatally wounding him. While the victim has not yet been officially identified, Police Commissioner Shanta Knoll says officers attached to the urban renewal are increasing their presence and beefing up security, a move she believes has positively impacted the crime fight.
The work of my officers, they are consistent in their patrols in our communities. My urban renewal team is walking all 14 communities where we have urban renewal centers. My patrol units are patrolling day and night. My special patrol unit is also patrolling. I want to remind them that our Crime Stoppers line is still active. It's 832-884-77. It's an anonymous line, so you don't have to give your information. Just don't have to give your personal information. Just share whatever information you have, and we will get that. Those lines do not answer in the Bahamas.
That assurance comes just as officers get down to work investigating a shooting on Ragged Island Street and Bahama Avenue. 2 men were grazed by gunfire during the ordeal, their condition unknown up to airtime. Well, we can also tell you tonight that the Ministry of Education is reviewing safety protocols at the McLeanstown Primary School in East Grand Bahama following reports of a parent attacking the school's principal last week. Director of Education Dominique McCartney-Russell says the principal is recovering here in New Providence.
Our principal actually received head injuries as a result of a guardian hitting her multiple times in the head. What we were advised at that time was that it was an academic issue, but we were advised later that it was actually based on behavior issues. She received, I think it was 11 stitches. She has had to come to New Providence to see a neurologist as a result of that attack.
All the school resource officer programs said to have led to a 17% decline in reported school violence. The education director says the plans to beef up security measures even further.
We're going to tighten our protocols in regards to ensuring that our staff are safe on their campuses. Nobody expected that this would happen in a small, quaint community of McLeanstown. That's just something that's unheard of.
All a day's old brush fire in western New Providence today inched near a community of Frank Watson Boulevard, leading to limited visibility. However, fire services appear to have contained the fire. Still monitoring will continue. Well, a joint operation near Hole-in-the-Wall Lighthouse leads to 64 migrants being apprehended in Abaco on Sunday, 50 men and 14 women to be exact. The arrest taking place after aerial surveillance detected the vessel in the area of South Abaco. The cabin cruiser type MV had been under active surveillance, we're told, for the past 4 days. The migrants were initially handed over to Marsh Harbor's Department of Immigration. At last report, the group was to be brought to the capital for further processing. Along the health front, securing foreign healthcare workers easier said than done, with Health Minister the Honorable Dr. Michael Darville acknowledging that these efforts are more complicated than predicted. And this dialogue continues with international partners to strike the right balance.
Well, we are in communication with the Americans by way of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. I spoke about it in my budget presentation. We did speak with the United States government. I'm waiting for instructions. Once I get those instructions, I will move. It will be a complete cabinet decision on how we proceed. But I'm hoping and praying that doctors, as well as the allied healthcare professionals and biomedical engineers that is in the country, that is helping us to provide these services remain, and we can find an area or a plan going forward that is satisfactory.
Dr. Darville was speaking on the sidelines of the latest cohort of medical students from the University of West Indies who yesterday moved a key step closer to specialized training. The official swearing in and award ceremony culminating years of study, as we hear in this next report from our Lloyd Allen.
Celebration for more than 20 medical students graduating from the University of the West Indies medical program. The ceremony taking place at Bahamas Convention Center. Joined by friends and family, a proud moment for this lucky group as they were officially robed and sworn in. Health Minister, the Honorable Dr. Michael Darville, says this ceremony represents a red-letter day for medical professionals in the Bahamas.
We look forward to bringing them into the Princess Margaret Hospital, begin now for them to do their internship and go into the various different rotations and be assigned to a department at the Princess Margaret Hospital or the Rand Memorial Hospital or even Sandlands Rehabilitation Center, and hopefully find positions for them for postgraduate training.
President of the Bahamas Medical Association, Dr. Gemma Roll, and UWI Local Director, Dr. Corinne Sinke, say new blood is needed to enhance the professional pool.
This is a great day to be a physician in the Bahamas, certainly a great day to be a new physician in the Bahamas. When we are faced with some challenges in healthcare, it's always good to add to the number of those that can meet the demands.
We only have 20 students this year. Last year we had about double the amount, and this was based on a decision that was several years back, where the subvention for students to enter the program was withheld. And now we are 20 students, but we did our best with them, and all 20 students are now new physicians.
Anika Minnis racked up a number of awards and says this ceremony helps to take her one step closer to her dream.
I've always had a love for the heart, the love for the body organs. You know, I just found it interesting just learning how everything works.
And for the 20 new doctors, a sea of support during the big night.
My name is Cynthia Stewart, and I'm supporting Dr. Celeste Stewart. We are so proud of you.
Brian, affectionately called BJ. We want to let you know that we are very, very proud of you.
My daughter is Dr. Shantira Evans, and we brought just about the whole family out to support her.
And with their robes and stethoscopes in hand, these doctors have pledged the Hippocratic Oath to place the health and well-being of their patients above all else. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Lloyd Allen.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Full Call Smart Pass, the smart way to pay at the pump.
Ready to insure your ride? Our new website is ready for you. Visit jsjohnson.com. Select coverages, go to Motor, and click Get a Quote. We've made it easier than ever to request a quote online. Fill in all the required fields. When you're done, hit Submit. You'll receive a response via email within 24 hours. Visit jsjohnson.com today.
Are you straight? Bro, I ain't getting no service. I can't make no calls. I can't post nothing on my stories. I don't get it.
Wait, you on a live? Shad, come, let's fix that. Come. This one needs saving. Pour them over, please.
Say less. Sign up today. Enjoy 5 gigs on us with select prepaid plans when you port your number to Alive, or 3 months free Alive fiber services when you port your landline.
Bahamas Striping Group of Companies, we have been in Exoma now for the past 4 years, carrying out our paving program. A part of our company's philosophy is to do some work to international standards. So when you look at our paving division, we have a state-of-the-art lab to do all of our testing in-house, as well as a state-of-the-art asphalt plant with a trained technician carrying out the work on that site. The overarching goal of our company is to produce the work that we're doing in the entire Bahamas to international standards. We also make a difference by the training of our staff. We have a very intensive training program going on to where we are teaching young men how to learn the art of striping. Being a young man myself, I've made mistakes in the past. I was given a second chance to better my life, and it's only fitting that we pass it along. What's important for us is giving them a second chance for them to get a skill and a career that could take them further in life.
Introducing the Focal Smart Pass app that helps you to fuel up faster. Here's how it works. Download the app on the App Store or get it on Google Play and create your profile with payment details. Visit your nearest Shell station. Open the app, scan the pump's QR code, select your payment amount, and begin fueling. Say goodbye to cash and cards because the Focal Smart Pass offers secure and convenient payment options right at your fingertips. Download Focal Smart Pass now and fuel up faster today.
This portion of the news is brought to you by 700 Wines and Spirits, bringing celebration across the nation.
Tonight, we're linking up with our friends at Commonwealth Brewery to show you how to diversify your whiskey palate. And as Ianthea Ferguson tells us tonight, there's so much more you can do with Johnnie Walker than just sipping it neat or on the rocks.
The strategic vision behind immersive pop-ups like today is getting consumers into the habit of recognizing the flavors that come along with Johnnie Walker. We have flavor profiles such as the sweet, the spicy, the smoky, and the fruity that you can play into your cocktails. And we want people to understand that it's not just a Johnnie Walker on ice that you can enjoy. You can enjoy a range of cocktails and really understand where your preference lies.
Well, that was Notori Austin, brand representative for the Diageo portfolio at Commonwealth Brewery. She spoke to us at the Remix Your Night pop-up at 700 Wines and Spirits JFK.
So at our pop-up today, we are offering a very immersive experience to our consumers. It's not just getting a cocktail and taking it with you. And so with that card, they give it to our amazing mixologist, Marv, who is able to prepare something based on your personality, based on your flavor preferences, based on your vibe for the night. And he's able to create a masterpiece just for you.
Notori states the brand is tapping into lifestyle trends with their latest promo, making it easier than ever for consumers to remix their night with Johnnie Walker.
So with our limited edition promotion, we are offering a Johnnie Walker gift pack. It includes a 1-liter bottle of Johnnie Walker Black and a stainless steel, very nice tumbler, I would say. This offering is available at all of our retail premium outlets. So you have your Harbor Bay, your Hurricane Hole, your JFK, your Caves. All of those locations are offering this limited edition gift pack. You're not just sampling a cocktail that our bartender prepared for you, but you're actually immersed into the experience of understanding how the cocktail is prepared, what flavors the cocktail provides, and how it appeals to you.
From bold new flavors to cocktails on the go, the Johnnie Walker experience is stepping into the spotlight with Commonwealth Brewery leading the charge in how we mix, sip, and celebrate.
Well, no Johnnie Walker on this end, but we're counting on LaDawn and Merlena to offer us something equally taste bud friendly on their end. What's coming up in Access Now?
We're definitely not
Johnnie Walker,
Johnnie
especially
Walker.
with the car story coming up.
But I know that it seems as if the heat is getting to a lot of Bahamians, and I've seen a lot of accidents around town. So yeah, I think Lloyd Allen has a story about how to be safe.
Yeah. Make sure it's not you this summer. Maybe some defensive driving. Yeah.
Yes. Well, that's just some good information coming out of that, we expect. Stay with us. More news in a moment.
What you doing, babe?
I'm getting ready for this heat, babe. But you want to see what's in this box? The ghost pepper chicken sandwich, babe. Get an apple pie, fries, and ghost pepper chicken wing. You see it? You look at me? Four. Yeah, babe.
Try our new Ghost Pepper Chicken Box today. Available for a limited time only.
Love that chicken from Popeyes.
Throughout our lifetime, we must all make decisions. No matter how we choose, the right one just needs to be made. Like having J.S. Johnson Insurance Agents and Brokers as your insurance partner. We've been serving the Bahamas for over 100 years. Whether you need home, motor, marine, or commercial insurance, make the right decision. Call 397-2100 or visit jsjohnson.com.
J.S. Johnson Insurance. Peace of mind.
The new stuffed crust cheddar flavor has a taste you'll enjoy.
Outside and inside.
With a delicious stuffed crust covered in irresistible cheddar flavor. Come and try the new stuffed crust cheddar flavor only at Little Caesars.
Pizza.
Diet-friendly special.
And that does it for the National Report, but stay close. The Bahamas Tonight continues with Access Now.